Hello and welcome back to another in-depth weather video. Today we are talking about winter storms. Now we just had our first winter storm of the year, and we are already behind schedule in terms of average winter storms that are named by this point. Over the past couple years, we could just take a quick reference. Last year around this time, we were talking about Winter Storm Gale, which is G. So, having just named the first winter storm and being behind schedule, I'm asking the question of, could we see another winter storm named this week? So, the next winter storm on the list, the next name is Bankston. Pretty odd name, but we'll go with it. So, Bankston is the next winter storm on the list. Now, there is a new low pressure coming onto the coast of California that could drop a very significant amount of snowfall in a pretty short period of time, which may warrant winter storm warnings across the amount of area that could name this winter storm. So, we typically look at 2 million people under winter storm warnings as the criteria. So, now we can also use, I believe there's also, 400,000 square kilometers of winter storm, blizzard, or ice storm warnings, which is slightly larger than the state of Montana to name a winter storm. And I usually use this 2 million people population. That is just a pretty easy way of saying if a winter storm hits a city, it's more likely to be named. So, let's talk about this possible winter storm. So, here is the NAM model, and we're going to be taking a look at this today as we do have some newer information from this model than the European model. So, we have plenty of moisture off the coast of California. So, as this storm system moves onto the coast, you can see that we have plenty of moisture still funneling into California, and the Sierra Nevadas get absolutely pummeled with snowfall, as well as moving into the Rockies. Now, as we continue to move along here, this new low pressure forms 998 millibars, which is relatively strong for going over the Sierra Nevadas. Kind of stalls out for a little bit, but it continues to make its trek through the Rockies as a slightly weaker storm, but it does vary in low pressure strength. But there is a widespread area all the way down to near Phoenix, Arizona, in the mountains of Arizona, that could be seeing snowfall. And as this storm system continues to move into the Midwest, we do see it intensify, and we could see some blizzard warnings there, as these isobars here, which are basically just the lines of certain millibars, are very close together, which typically symbolizes strong winds. So we could see some blizzard warnings on the back end of this storm as well. Now, this isn't as obvious as the GFS had earlier this week. That's why I didn't show the GFS, but it is still a possibility that we could see some blizzard warnings in the upper Midwest and the northern plains before this storm eventually moves out. So, here is the total snowfall for this storm. Now, this is just the next 84 hours. There is still more that is possible out here. But what I really want to look at is the Sierra Nevadas. So, we could see over 5 feet, even, look at that, 110 inches of snow in parts of the Sierra Nevadas, as well as across areas close to areas such as Seattle and Portland, and even San Francisco, San Jose, and Oakland could see some snow nearby. We also have the possibility of some snowfall in areas near Las Vegas, Reno, Flagstaff, Salt Lake City, and even approaching areas of the Front Range such as Denver. And as this storm moves into the northern plains, there aren't many major cities that could get this storm named by itself. Typically, when we see a storm system in this area, the big question is whether it'll pass over Minneapolis or not. because Minneapolis is really the only big city in the northern plains that could get a storm named by itself. With that 2 million population, Minneapolis, the metro area there, has approximately 3 million people. So, could we see, based on the pure amount of snowfall that is going to be falling, sorry, I don't want a sounding. Alright, so based on the pure amount of snowfall that we can see in the Rockies, could this storm get named? I think so. Because if you look at everything here, all of this purple is at least a foot. That dark magenta. Now, this bright pink is over 6 inches of snow. Anything in the blues is less than 6 inches of snow. I don't see any of those areas getting any winter storm warnings. They may get some winter weather advisories. So, I think that this is definitely 400,000 square kilometers of space in this general area over here. But we will have to wait and see. The National Weather Service hasn't really named many winter storm warnings as of yet, but we'll just have to wait and see. Of course, most of this snowfall does come tomorrow, so we could see this storm named throughout the day today and into tomorrow. But if this storm does get named, I will have a video to you guys as soon as I can. Of course, tomorrow's Monday, so I can't get it to you immediately like I would on the weekends, but I'll try. But that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.